guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have Bravely by Maggie. Stiefvater. Sorry, I can't say her surname. But this is literally what you think it is. Yes, this is basically Merida after the consequences of her family. So what if you had 1 year to save everything you love? This is exactly what I thought. It has Merida, it has her mother, her father, her triplet brothers. Literally, it's amazing how someone's able to rewrite another brave soul book and wrap it around with this. I actually like this book a lot. Okay, so inside it we do have a author letter. So this was the last book, I believe, that was from Beacon Box. So we have this navy cover hardback with a gold spine. So, to save her family, she had to be braver than ever before. One princess, Merida of Dunbar, needs a change. She loves her family, her King Fergus and Queen Eleanor, and her brothers, and her peaceful kingdom. But she's frustrated by how sluggish it is each day the same. Merida longs for adventure, purpose, challenge, and maybe even someday, someone to love. Two gods, the fiery princess, never expected her, the disquiet, to manifest by the way of her dagger. An uncanny supernatural being tasked with rooting out rot and stagnation, who appears in Dunbrook on the Christmas Eve with the intent to demolish the realm and everyone within it. Only the intervention of Kalilich, sorry if I can say his name wrong, an ancient eternity of creation, gives Merida a shade of hope, a bargain, convinced her family to change within the year or suffer the eternal consequences. 3 voyages. Under the watchful eye of the god, Merida leads a series of epic journeys to kingdoms near and far in the attempt to inspire revolution within her family. But in her efforts to save those she loves from ruin, has Merida lost sight of her clan member grown most stagnant of all of herself? 4 seasons that will secure Dunbar's future and will destroy it forever. Mate, that's just the synopsis. I was like, yeah, this is definitely a Brave retelling, but it's not like a retelling of Brave, it's just like the next step up, next thing into her venture kind of thing. So to my utter unexpected delight, I was so happy this was Brave. I kind of figured by the book cover of it, the names of the characters as well. So Bravely follows Merida a few years after her on-screen adventure. For this is what it's supposed to be a sequel. I don't believe it's necessary that to see the movie in order to enjoy the book. The events of the film are heavily referenced with significant content given, but they don't really inform the new adventure Merida finds herself on. On Christmas Eve, Merida hears a knock at the kitchen door. Intrigued, she ventures out to the courtyard to find no one behind the door. But instead she sees a figure at the end of the yard. She pursues mysterious being out into the snow, eventually cornering them into the winds. Then being turns out to be, I can't say his name, Thatch, the god of ruin. I'm sorry. His purpose is to destroy the absolute and stagnant so that the Kalik, each goddess of renewal, can allow for growth to flourishes in place. Merida caught this god right as he was about to bring her into her home of Dunbar. In a bid to save it, she strikes a deal with the gods. Give her a year to bring about significant change and growth, and if she succeeds, this god of ruins will spare her home. What follows is the years within Merida's life as she makes 3 trips to nearby kingdoms, accompanied each time by members of her family. Each trip is aimed as prompting growth within her complaints of relatives, hoping to inspire enough change to get out of her under her promised ruined. Bravely as a coming of age stories actually takes things a step further. It is not just a coming of age story, but a reflection of the change of that coming of age, growing older and growing up, what brings it more. It forces Merida and her family to confront the discomfort that fears that comes with pushing past your comfort zone and embracing the necessary change that life brings. Because without changes, we are doomed to get stuck in our own cycles, spinning the wheels forever until something loses a part of ourselves. It's only to embracing growth, change, and we can hope it flourishes again and have a new kind of side of the story. So I really did much enjoy checking the back in this of the clang. Both my favourite part of the novel was dynamic, and relationship between Merida and the God of Orin. I'm not going to say his name, because as you can see I cannot pronounce it. If you know me at all, you know I'm not a big fan of romance, but this was pretty cute. Fiercely loving and headstrong characters and tortured one or who cannot help but bring pain and destruction in their way that appeals to me personally. Two people who cannot help their nature, no matter how their nature drives the other way. So this story was so achingly beautiful, well written, and it was bittersweet. I couldn't get enough of it. It moved me to a slight tears. And I already know this one's going to be one of my good reads that I love. Like I've only got a few more books to read before, if I do get any more books, but I've only got a few more books to read, so who knows, guys, there might not be as many books to read coming out soon. So this is my first time reading this book by this author. I've heard about this author a lot from one of her other series that she does. Is it the Raven Boys that she does? I'm not quite sure, but if it is, I've never read that series at all, but this is the first time I've read it and I really enjoyed it. Even if she doesn't, though again, I think it's because she does, bravely is the most satisfying way I think a story should cope with him. So I think, guys, do you think if they made this into an actual, what's it called? If they made this into a movie, the more of what happened to Brave, you know how all these Disney movies or hardly Pixar movies don't get as many, like number 2, 7 Toy Story, but I do really think Brave 2 will see what will come up, and this was part of it. That's what I'm quite interested to buy. The writing did put me off just for a little bit, so that the first chapter was like, it feels like you're reading it like it's someone's literally just typed it out. But it was really weird for me to read, but obviously everyone's writing is different, and I do love that. So I'm really happy with this book. I'm definitely going to be keeping it. I will be checking out her other books as well and see what I want out of them. Next up we have The Darkening by Sonia Meyer. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.